I think that the best Balloon Fiesta souvenirs are often that the photographs that you take home with you. Those are really the best ones sometimes that you can have, because those are the memories that you can save for a lifetime. And so we are so pleased to be joined today by Jay Miller of Nikon. And we also want to mention that Nikon is actually the official camera for this year's Balloon Fiesta. Welcome, Jay. Great to have you.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Happy to be on board.
What a camera that is, by the way.
We are glad to have you here this morning. And you know, when you get to Balloon Fiesta, so many things to take a picture of. It's like the world's most photographed event. Do you have any tips? Because you just want to snap at everything, I feel like. What are some tips that you offer for people who are visiting the first time?
I'm more than happy to relay a few. I do want to say that, in my humble opinion, this is arguably the most photogenic event in the world.
Sure,
and I have been to many. The colors here are just absolutely spectacular. You have a morning like we had this morning, you know, with all of the sunshine and the clouds in the background, the blue skies. I mean, it's impossible to beat it. So everywhere I go, one of the very first things I tell people, if you haven't been to the Balloon Fiesta, take the time to do it. It's well worth the time.
Sure.
Now, back to the original question, the biggest thing I always emphasize, whenever possible, shoot with the sun.
Okay.
Professional shooters sometimes will shoot into the sun, but they're looking for special effects when they do that, silhouette shots and what have you.
Okay.
The other thing I always tell people is always remember that whatever you see in the viewfinder of your camera, when you push that button, that's what's going to end up on that photograph. So think before you push the button.
That's a great
You know,
tip.
watch things like horizons. One of the big mistakes a lot of people make is they don't pay attention to their horizons. They're tilted. When you look at the photograph, that's very distracting to the human eye.
It's interesting. I would have never thought of it that way. I mean, those are good general tips. And I mean, I always wanted to know, what's better, taking a picture during sunrise or sunset?
The answer is both are ideal, and a lot depends on what you're trying to do. I'm a professional aviation photographer, and that is all I do.
Wow.
So there are certain things, basic rules of the road. We only shoot between sunrise and about 10 o'clock in the morning, and then we do not shoot again until from 4 o'clock until sunset.
Wow.
So that's, we restrict ourselves from midday sun.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and you're actually teaching some classes too, trying to help get the word out on how to take these pictures.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, we have today, which I guess is Tuesday, is that correct? Kind of losing track.
I know.
It is easy to do.
It gets all
and then
bunched
tomorrow,
together.
starting at 12 noon at the museum in their library, we're going to have 2 classes, one each day, and teach basics of photography.
What better time of year to do it than here? That's incredible. And people from all over the world will have an opportunity to be with you and learn from you. And you just mentioned before that you were also in the aviation business. So I was just curious how you got involved with that.
Well, I started out as a child, very interested in airplanes and aviation, and in roughly I'm going to give away my age here, about 1968, I started writing an aviation column for my hometown newspaper in Odessa, Texas. And from there it just slowly evolved. I've had the privilege of authoring 36 books and several thousand magazine newspaper articles.
Now, how many pictures do you think you take in a typical day? Like this morning, we had that gorgeous sunrise.
Yeah, good question.
I think, that's a really good question. A lot of people are a little bit hesitant, to push the button.
Sure.
As a professional photographer, on average, on a daily basis, I'll shoot 500 to 1,000 images.
Wow.
And over the course of this event, I'll probably shoot 5,000 to 7,000 photographs.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'll go through, and usually about 5 of those are worth keeping. So.
Five. Oh my gosh. Well, as you said, you're teaching classes. You'll give people some of the greatest tips that they can learn from a professional photographer. How do people actually sign up?
There were some difficulties on the website.
Okay.
But they got all of those resolved this morning.
Great.
I was told. So the other thing is, if you want to attend today's get-together at the museum, they are allowing people to sign up at the museum at 12 o'clock.
Perfect. That's great.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your tips and being with us this morning, Jay Miller.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay.
Thanks
We're looking forward to seeing those photographs. Will you send some to us so we can show them to our viewers?
Absolutely. I have some with me today.
Oh, fantastic.
Great. Thanks
So
again.
we'll do that for you guys. We'll make sure you get a chance to see his photos and take those classes. Sounds great. Now, we also want to mention that we are running a contest where you can submit your photos and videos right here to us, and there are going to be some winners of some very cool Balloon Fiesta swag. You can see right on your screen some of the opportunities you can have, like winning a $100 prize pack of official balloon jacket. We love those jackets. Those are amazing. Daily winners get a $50 gas card. Who couldn't use that? And Balloon Fiesta merchandise.
Right, and all you have to do is just submit your photos 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. at casa.com, and of course 2 grand prize winners will be chosen at the end of the week and will receive an official Balloon Fiesta jacket. And we have winners from yesterday.
We do. We have all week's winners so far. We're on day 4, as Kristen mentioned, and so let's go to those those winners. We can announce them on the air, so now you can have some bragging rights to your friends and family. Here we go. I need drum roll. Ready? Saturday's winner. Her name, Kristen Sagert, S-A-G-E-R-T, that's how you spell it. Kristen Sagert, congratulations to another Kristen out there. She was Saturday's winner. Sunday, Virginia Smith, congratulations to you. And yesterday's winner's name is Michelle Nims. So Michelle, congratulations to you as well. And we want to remind everybody, don't miss out on this opportunity. It's a great way to win something great, and all you have to do is submit a photo. We love to see that.
Yeah,
Cool.
and so thanks so much for entering, and congrats to the ones that have won, and we'll be sure to announce the winners for the rest of the week. And of course now we do want to take a look at some more of the balloons going up, and that's Nellie B.
Nellie B.
One of the special shapes there, and she is actually, this balloon is taking place in the competition. Don't you love it when the special shapes are taking part? And is this I believe this is the balloon, are we doing on to the Balloon Fiesta Hold'em competition? I think that's where we are right now. That's one of the ones in the competition. Of course, a lot of balloons competing today, and then of course we continue with the Sandia
I'm looking at her right over your
competition too, and we'll have more on that and more on those balloons coming up after the break. Please stick around.
Look, she's right over your head, Kristen.